Hey there, it's CJ Willie, and I'm back with another Magic the Gathering opening experience. I have in front of me a Dragons of Tarkir pre-release kit. This is the blue-black pre-release kit, the Silumgar kit, Battle with Ruthlessness. I actually did play in the pre-release event all the way back when Dragons of Tarkir was released. That time around, I played with the white-blue deck, the Ojitai deck. I did pretty well. At the local game store, I finished in the top 5, and I got some prize packs. Out of those prize packs, I pulled a Sarkhan. I'm going to go ahead and crack open this pre-release kit, crack open each of the packs. Then once I'm done, I'll put together a deck that I would play if I were playing the pre-release event. Let me know in the comments section if you participated in the Dragons of Tarkir pre-release event. How did it go for you? Did you do really well? Each of the pre-release kits came with a info card related to the Dragon's Brood. This one is Silumgar. Dragon Lord Silumgar bestows wealth and power upon his subjects, but only a select few. The Silumgar vie for their Dragon Lord's favor by proffering lavish gifts and making sacrifices, sometimes even sacrificing others in the clan. Ruthless beyond measure, the Silumgar use the Dragon's Fang as their clan symbol. Hopefully in these packs I'll pull a Silumgar. Never pulled one. This one gives a little bit of an in-event promo game you can play. Okay, I've already spoiled my promo, which is not a very pricey promo. Necromaster Dragon, 5 mana, 3 and a blue and a black, 4/4 dragon flying. Whenever Necromaster Dragon deals combat damage to a player, you may pay 2 of any color. If you do, put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield, and each opponent puts the top 2 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. And then in the pre-release kit, you get a spin down die. Oh, this one's pretty cool looking. Sort of a grayish, greenish black with the set symbol. Let's see if I can get a lucky 7. I got a 16, so no luck for me today. I don't recall, this might be a seeded pack as well. I'll be opening it up here in just a second. Then with Dragons of Tarkir, yeah, that is a seeded pack. You got 4 packs of Dragons of Tarkir and 2 packs of Fate Reforged. Oh, only 1 pack of Fate Reforged. For some reason I thought there were 2 packs of Fate Reforged. Anyway, so 5 packs out of Dragons of Tarkir and 1 of Fate Reforged. At the pre-release event that I went to, a good friend of mine in his solo Fate Reforged pack pulled an Ugin. I thought he was going to win the entire thing. I don't even think he won a single game. I'm not sure if it was deck construction or just trying to stall until he could get Ugin on the board. Alright, so I'm going to put the packs up here. I think I'll start with the Fate... No, I'm going to leave the Fate Reforged pack till the very end, because in this pack, you could pull a fetch land. In any given booster box, there were, I think, 1 to 2 fetch lands in Fate Reforged. Alright, I'm going to start with the seeded pack since I already know what the promo is. Hopefully I'll get some really good blue-black to win the event if I'm participating in it. So there's my promo foil. It's a cool looking card. 22 of March, 2015. It will be almost 9 years ago. That's hard to believe. I'll put that right there. I think I'll put the rares here. Commons, uncommons to the side. Glint. I think these are all kind of mixed. Acid Spear Dragon. Ultimate Price. Silumgar Sorcerer. Those are my uncommons. Slide Glint over. And then commons. No, another uncommon. Deadly Wandering. So 4 uncommons in that pack. Flatten, Quarcy Sadist, Contradict, Foul-Tongued Shriek, Sibsig Icebreaker, Sidisi's Faithful, Palace Familiar, Defeat, Anticipate, and Marsh Hulk. And as you can see in the seeded pack, you only get cards of your pre-release color, which is blue and black. Alright, into the first regular draft booster pack. There aren't too many cards of value in this set. Sarkhan Unbroken is the most expensive card, sitting around $12, $13. There are a handful of cards that are over $5, and then the rest of the rares don't have much value. There's a couple of uncommons, Sarkhan's Triumph and Rending Volley, that do hold some value. Alright. Marsh Hulk, Lose Calm, Territorial Rock, Tarkir Beast Breaker, Anticipate, Spider Silk Net, Vulturous Aven, Misthoof Kirin, Ojutai's Summons, Uncommons, Enduring Scale Lord. A lot of dragons in Dragons of Tarkir. Couple at common, but mostly at uncommon, rare, and mythic. Warbringer, Orator of Ojutai, and a mythic. This is going to be, alright, Dragon Lord Atarka. I think this has a tiny bit of value. 7 mana, 8/8, Elder Dragon Flaying Trample. When Tarkir enters the battlefield, it deals 5 damage to fight as you choose among any number of target creatures and or planeswalkers your opponents control. So that's awesome. 2 dragons so far, a forest and a goblin token. Okay, I like it. Next pack, see if I can pull another valuable card. Would love to get another Sarkhan, maybe a Narset. Glaring Aegis, Marsh Hulk, Lose Calm. This pack's kind of similar to the first one I just opened. Territorial Rock, Dragon Scarred Bear, Palace Familiar, Tigam Strike, Silumgar Butcher, Evolving Wilds, Sandcrafter Mage, Sight Beyond Sight is the first uncommon, Scaleguard Sentinels, Tapestry of Ages, and a rare, Kolaghan's Command, another great rare. This had quite a bit of value back in the day. Not so much. I think it's around $1 or $2. The command cards, very versatile, very fun to play with, especially Jamoka Command, Kolaghan's Command, and Atarka's Command. A Mountain and a Jin Monk token. All right, 3 more packs to go. 2 out of Dragons of Tarkir, and then the Fate Reforged pack. Mindrot, Kindled Fury, Aven Tactician, Hand of Silumgar, Sidisi's Familiar, No Faithful, Sheltered Airy, Custodian of the Trove, Simic Prowler, Stampeding Elk Herd, Spider Silk Neck, Virulent Plague is the first uncommon, Seismic Rupture, Skywise Teachings, and then a rare, Surrak the Hunt Caller. The formidable mechanic was pretty formidable if you could put it together. And then a Swamp and a Morph token. Morph returned in Dragons of Tarkir as Megamorph. So a super version, if you will, of Morph. It was okay. Territorial Rock, Marsh Hulk. Well, I've got 3 Marsh Hulk. Colossedon Yearling, Negate, Elusive Spellfist, Herald of Jamoka, Airy Bowmasters, Tormenting Voice, Keeper of the Lens, first uncommon Ukud Cobra. That was a pretty good ground creature in Limited. Salt Road Quartermasters, Silumgar Sorcerer, and the final rare out of these Dragons of Tarkir packs, it's going to be Necromaster Dragon. Well, if I can't have one, I guess I could have 2. And the foil is Sprinting Warbeast. That's a common. Set that right there with an island and a goblin token. All right, final pack, and then I'll put together the deck I would have played if I were attending the pre-release event. All right, I want to get an Ugin or a fetch out of this. Hopefully both. That'd be pretty cool. And I don't think you can get both. I don't remember if the fetch land was in the land slot or if it was in the rare slot. Aven Surveyor, Typhoid Rats, Ethereal Ambush, Dragon Bell Monk, Enhanced Awareness, Gurmag Angler, Feral Krushok, Lightning Shrieker, Archers of Corsi. First uncommon is Rage Form, Merciless Executioner, Orc Sure Shot, and what did I pull out of here? It's a rare. I think this is the con, the green con that has hybrid mana, blue-red, Yasova, I think. Yep, Yasova Dragonclaw. And did I get a fetch out of this slot? I got an uncommon Mindscour Dragon. So let's see if there's a fetch here. Nope, common Jungle Hollow and a add card. So a couple foils out of the batch. All right, I'm going to go ahead, clear up this mess. I'll be right back with the deck tech on the deck I would have put together if I were attending the pre-release. Okay, I'm back with the deck tech. I really wanted to go green-red. These cards are just phenomenal. I simply didn't have enough support in the packs that I opened, not enough creatures, not very good spells, and that typically happened back in the day when they would put seeded packs in the pre-release kits. I've tried. I thought maybe I could splash black for Kolaghan's Command. Couldn't make it work, so ultimately ended up playing the blue-black Silumgar deck. Creature-wise, I'm really going to lean on to the exploit mechanic. I have a bunch of cards that trigger exploit, which means when the creature enters the battlefield, I can sacrifice a creature and get an added effect. Sidisi's Familiar, 1-drop 0/4. If I exploit, return a target creature to its owner's hand. I think I've got plenty of exploit fodder and enough defense until I can get to the end game and win with my flyers. Sidisi's Familiar, 1-drop. Typhoid Rat, 1/1 Death Toucher. If I need something better, I can exploit it away. A Hand of Silumgar, perfect exploit creature. I'm going to sack it after its early usage to get something. Palace Familiar is the backbone of the deck, really, when it comes to commons. 2-mana, 1/1 flyer, but when it dies, I can draw a card. Great sacrifice fodder for exploit. Merciless Executioner, I love this card. Enters the battlefield. Both players have to sack a creature. I can sack a smaller creature, or I can sack it, and hopefully my opponent will sack a worthwhile creature. Silumgar Sorcerer, great surprise card. Basically a cancel with a creature. I flash it in. I can exploit a creature, counter a target creature spell, which in sealed is pretty big. Then I've got a 2/1 flyer sticking around. Ukud Cobra, I love this card. 4-mana, 2/5 Death Toucher. It just clogs up the ground game. That's what I want to see until I can get to the later part of the game. Some more exploit creatures. Vulturous Aven. Exploit a creature. I draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. So basically a Mind Rot. Orc Sure Shot. I like this creature from Fate Reforged. It's only a 4/2, but every time I get a creature entering the battlefield, target creature my opponent controls gets -1/-1 until end of turn. I've got a couple of flash creatures. I could do some surprise blocks or surprise attacks. Silumgar Butcher, 3/3, exploit a creature. Target creature my opponent controls will get -3/-3. Then my 2 rares, and into my bombs. These are all flyers except for Gurmag Angler. I'll talk about that right now. Has Delve, and I'm going to be putting a lot of cards into my graveyard. I hopefully can get this Angler for cheap, maybe 2-mana, 3-mana for a 5/5. Clogs up the ground game, lets me win with my flyers. I have 4 flyers. Acid Spear Dragon, nothing great. I can play it for 6 mana as a 3/3 flying Death Touch, or I can Megamorph it for 7, get a 4/4 Death Toucher, and if I've got one of my other dragons out, put a +1/+1 counter on them. Mind Scour Dragon, every time it deals combat damage to my opponent, they're going to mill 4 cards. And then my pre-release promo rare and my rare that I pulled out of the packs. 5-mana, 4/4 flyer. Whenever it deals combat damage, I can pay 2 generic, put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield, and my opponent mills the top 2 cards of their library. So I have a milling effect, and I can get some additional creatures out onto the battlefield. Over to the spells, I'm going to run 6 spells. So I'm running 18 creatures. Yes, I'm running a 41 card special. I always run 41 card specials in sealed. These are my card draw. Anticipate, fantastic card. Look at the top 3, 1 in my hand, the rest on the bottom of my library. Sight Beyond Sight is a little expensive. It's a 4 mana, but it's draw 2 cards out of the 4 that I'm going to see. It has rebound, so I play it, get a card, rebound it back, get another card. And then Glint, I gotta protect my bombs. Gives my creature +0/+3 and hexproof until end of turn. My other 3 spells are going to be more creature control, so a negate to ward off that non-creature spell that might take out my bomb. Ultimate Price will take out just about any creature in the format except for the multicolored creatures, and that's where I'll use Flatten. Typically the multicolored creatures in this set are a little more costlier, come out later in the game. Hopefully a -4/-4 gets them. I have 2 cards that I'll put into the sideboard, depending upon the matchup. Defeat, sorcery speed, so it's slow, but it takes out smaller, annoying creatures. And then Virulent Plague, if I'm running into an opponent that's got a lot of manifest, morph tokens, hopefully I can use this to keep them at bay. And then I will always run Evolving Wilds, especially in this set, where although I'm playing 2 colors, it reshuffles my deck because I have a lot of effects that put things on the bottom of my library, get them shuffled back through, and if I need an island or a swamp, I can go and get that. So it's a good card in Limited. Okay, this is the sealed deck that I put together and would have played if I were attending the pre-release event. I had quite a bit of fun opening up this older, nostalgic pre-release kit from 2015, almost 9 years ago. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, please like, subscribe, and share. Tell me in the comments section what you think about my pulls from this pre-release kit. Until next time, when I'm back with another Magic the Gathering opening.